Okay. I thought I was never going to tell these stories, but since a friend of mine asked me to make a video like this, I'm doing it. I say when I was about 12 or 13 years old, I can't remember exactly how old I was at the point in time. That's why I said 12 or 13. I was down at the cabin, just walking along, and I wasn't paying attention because I was looking down at the ground, so I wasn't sure where the road ended and the bank or the cliff, whatever you want to call it, ended. So, anyways, while I was walking on the road to get to the cabin, like I said, I wasn't fully paying attention to where I was at. I'm just cooking some noodles while I'm telling this story so I can have something to snack on while I'm eating or while I'm telling the story. Anyways, I lost my footing on the cliff off the bank where the road is to get to the cabin because you gotta drive up a little hill to get there. So, anyways, my left or right foot, I can't remember which one it was now, came out from underneath me, and I almost fell over the cliff. And that day, or that night, day, I almost lost my life. So that was a day that I would never remember. And then another time, probably about a week or two after that incident happened, I was on the way to the restaurant for dinner because we were out on dinner break. And considering where I was out on dinner break, this guy was driving and he swerved and missed me by that much. So I let it squeal out of me. I'm like, well, is it safe to leave the school anymore to go for dinner? So after that, my grandfather, who's now passed, I lost him in a tragic way as well. But yeah, that's a story for another time. Anyways, let's go. I'm gonna go check on those noodles again and see if they're ready. If so, I will take them up. I'm just gonna try one here. I just gotta get it off the spoon. So, I'm gonna try it. Okay, they're done. They're done. I just gotta take them up now. Not the egg turner, Shauna. You need this thing. But got all my noodles anyways. So. Anyways, where was I to? Oh. So, for a while, after that, I wouldn't leave school grounds because, well, truth be told, I was too afraid to leave school after that. So, but, anyways, after I got over the fear of probably losing my life while I'm in school, I eventually went off school grounds and started going back to the restaurant again. But, okay. Off on the tragic stories, on to a more happier story. While I eat my little snack before bed. So, one day, someone that I used to be friends with, we're not friends anymore, came to my house and asked me if I wanted to go over and meet his friend, Nathan. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, we can go over and meet, and I'm off for the week, and I don't have to be to work until Monday. I'm off until Monday, so it's fine, whatnot. Anyways, well, lo and behold, not knowing that day, Nathan was actually gonna probably end up becoming my future boyfriend. So yes, if you didn't know that story, you know it now. That's how I met Nathan. So, and so anyways, we get to his place. Actually, no. My ex-friend introduced me because I was too shy to speak. And he goes, this is my friend Shauna, blah, blah, blah. Nathan goes, hi, nice to meet you. And I'm just, uh-huh. okay. Not saying much. Nodding my head and all that stuff. So, anyways. After probably 30-40 minutes of being there, not saying much, I finally spoke up and said, "Hi, my name is Shauna, and barbecue sauce on my finger." Nathan goes, "I know, Jordan just told me." So, anyway, we get chatting. I realize, oh hey, this guy ain't too much of an age gap between the two of us. So, anyways, we become friends. And a week go by, and we both realize that we have feelings for each other. So by then, it was like the 24th of March. So him and my ex-friend picked me up, and we're going over to his place. And lo and behold, I start feeling sick. Now, I just chalk it up to allergies and nothing more. So then, my ex-friend looked at me for a joke and said, "Oh boy, you got COVID." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Okay, I don't have no COVID. It's just allergies." So for shits and giggles, all three of us take a COVID test. And lo and behold, by the Lord darn Joseph Mary, all three of us tested positive for COVID. So anyway, so we're now stuck in quarantine together for the next 7 days. So after a while, we start going star crazy and whatnot. Never saying that, I had a milder case of COVID than Nathan and my ex-friend. So I got over it pretty quickly and whatnot. So, yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm going to try something, but I don't think it's going to work. But I'm going to try it anyway. No, that's just worse. Okay, so that's... If I move the camera back... Okay, that's not bad. So I started feeling better quicker than Nathan and my ex-friend, which I don't even speak to anymore, because we're not friends anymore. But anyways, I started feeling better before the two of them, and I wanted to come home because I miss, dare I say it, my grandmother and grandfather. At that point in time, my grandfather was still alive, and I wanted to go home and be with him because he was sick, and he had a lot of stuff going on with his cancer, and I wanted to go home. I didn't want to be there anymore. So, anyways, the only way I could get to go home at that point in time is if I had a negative COVID test. I took the COVID test, came back negative. I'm like, well, I don't know about you guys. I'm going home. I don't know how I'm getting home or how I'm going to get a hold of anybody to come pick me up, but I'm going home. So eventually, I get a hold of somebody, and they come pick me up and bring me home. So, fine and dandy. I come home, and then two or 3 days later, Nathan comes over to my place, kisses me, and said he loves me. I was just in utter shock because I didn't know what to think. No, truth told, I only known this guy at a point in time for 2 weeks, but the feeling was mutual. I liked him too, but I was waiting for him to tell me that he liked me, or at least I hoped that he did. So when he said that he liked me and all that stuff, well, we started dating. By, I think, hold on, I gotta get a calendar up. I gotta find me a calendar. Because I had my surgery the 14th of April. So a week before that, I went into St. John's for my MRI. And Nathan went with me. And whatnot. And he goes, "Ma'am, where's your MRI area to, bye? My girlfriend got an appointment to get an MRI done at a certain time." Okay, now, we only know each other about 3 or 4 weeks at this point in time now. Mind you. So, a week or 2 goes by after my surgery. He texts me on the phone, and he goes, "Will you marry me in 5 years?" I'm like, "Nathan, I only known you now for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and you're asking me to marry you in the next 5 years. He goes, "Well, I'd rather spend the rest of my life with you and all that stuff." I'm like, "Well, okay, yes, I'll marry you." So, anyways, we go over to his place a couple days after my surgery. It was like the 18th or the 19th of April. So, anyways, I'm still recovering from surgery. It was only like 4 or 5 days after surgery. And he goes over to his mother's place, and he looks over his mother, and he goes, "Mom, do you still have that ring?" His mother goes, "Yeah, I still got it." He said, can you bring it out to me? And his mother goes, yeah, I can bring it out to you. And then he goes, I'm going to put this ring on on your finger because I want to be with you for the rest of my life. So by then he actually physically proposes in real life, I mind. So anyways, we get engaged. So that was a big adjustment to me. But anyways, after my time was up to go back to work back in June of 2022, I'm home for a month and 3 weeks, something like that. And then, well, my grandfather ends up in the hospital for 5 weeks. Fine and dandy. I'm like, well, okay. What am I supposed to do now? Be here by myself for the next 5 weeks by myself? With nobody home? So anyways, I packs her up and goes back to Nathan's. That was like the 29th of July. So, from the 29th of July until the 2nd, I believe, of September. Excuse me. I'm over in Grand Bank. A couple days later, my grandfather gets released from the hospital. So, that was fine. I goes back to work in September. And then December the 19th, it was my grandfather's birthday. Now, he ends up in the hospital. The man don't get back out of the hospital anymore. January the 11th rolls around, 2023. The man dies. I watched that man die right in front of my own 2 eyes. I might tell you, I'm glad I wasn't holding his hand or anything. So, anyways, Nathan comes over for the funeral and whatnot. And while we're sitting down at the table, January 11th, 2023, my grandmother's phone rings. And it was my nan's sister on the other side. So my great aunt on the other side. And she said, I got some bad news to tell you. Now, mind and tell you, this is 2 hours after my grandmother watches her husband die in front of her, saying, well, Maud passed away. So, anyway, fine dandy. Did we not long we only had my grandfather die 2 hours before that. We had now had my aunt passed. Same day, 2 hours. So, anyways, 2 funeral homes, going back and forth to each funeral home, visiting my grandfather and my aunt. 2 funerals the same day. I might tell you, this was something. Never want to face it ever again in my life. I'm mine to tell you. Never again. Do I ever. So anyways. Valentine's Day rolls around. 2023. And this was mine and Nathan's first Valentine's Day together. We couldn't get to spend it together because of the weather. So, fine and dandy. A month later goes by, and it's our 1 year anniversary. March the 19th. So, we planned a trip into St. John's for the two of us to get away for a couple nights. Which was great. I enjoyed it. And he did too. Fast forward to June. It's now my 30th birthday. Fast forward to July the 31st. It is his birthday. Fast forward to August the 19th. The worst day in my life. We break up. Now, I had it. A tough time trying to get over it and whatnot, but I got over it. But you don't know how good you have it until it's gone, and then when it's gone, you wish that you could get it back. You would do anything to try to get it back. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm all done now. Bye, guys.